KRONEHIT. Wir sind die meiste Musik.
Gotta slow up, gotta shake this high. Gotta take a minute just to ease my mind. Cause if I don't walk, then I get caught out. And I'll be falling all the way down. Hello, Therry. There you go.
How did you come up with the name Kwabs?
Kwabs is actually short for my full first name, which is Kwabena. And people have been calling me Kwabs ever since I was really little, so it just seemed to make sense when I became an artist to use it.
So it's kind of your nickname, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And when you're in a club, you meet girls, you say, "Hi, I'm Kwabs."
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, I know you're Kwabs." So it's like kind of easy to chat girls up because...
I don't often go to the club, you see, so that doesn't really happen. But I guess like when I do kind of see people out and about and people call me Kwabs, it's a bit like they already know who I am because people have been calling me that ever since I was really small.
What is your usual chat up line when you meet girls? Like not in a club?
If I'm going to chat someone up, that's a funny question. I don't really have a chat up line. I feel like, you know, if people dig you, they dig you, and then you just make a connection in it. But I would never be like, oh, you know, you're sent from heaven or anything like that, because that's just not really my style. But you know, people just like you to be honest and to be yourself, I think, anyway. So maybe I'm naive and a bit old school, but that's my vibe.
I've heard your best experience in bed so far was food related. Food,
yes. Yeah, because that's all I really do in bed is eat food. I wake up, I eat in bed.
What kind of food do you eat in bed?
Generally like stuff that isn't too messy, because that's just a pain to clean up. You know, fruit. Though I have been known to kind of eat, you know, chicken and rice of a morning in bed, because that makes me feel happy. But you know, whatever works. If I'm hungry, then I'll eat it.
Have you had typical Austrian food?
Have I had typical Austrian food? I think I have, but maybe I've not had the full you know range of things that I probably should have had.
That's why I brought it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
It's like typical Austrian biscuits.
Right, so it looks a bit like a wafer thing, and presumably it's got some sort of like, it looks like it's got Nutella in it or something in the middle.
It's like chocolate cream. It's called Manner Schnitten.
Yeah. It's cool. It's very cool. I'm gonna try it. I shouldn't speak with my mouth full, but I'm gonna have to keep that.
Would you give it the hashtag food porn?
It wouldn't be on the absolute top of my list. There's a few things I probably put on there before there.
Do you have any crazy fan stories or?
Not really. I mean, I guess when I'm out and about, if I'm like out going like to buy food or whatever in London, people come up to you, don't they? Generally people are quite calm. But there was one girl, I think her name was Grace. I remember her, who just she saw me and she immediately started bursting into tears in Nando's, which is a chicken outlet that you find in the UK and some other places. Bless her heart, she was inconsolable. She couldn't control herself, and so I kind of had to somehow find a way of comforting her in the middle of the chicken shop. It wasn't embarrassing. It was just very loud. I managed to calm her down eventually, when then we had a bit of a chat about, you know, life and music, and then I got my food and then I went off home.
So, ich bin jetzt schon wieder draußen. Bitte, wie lieb ist Kwabs eigentlich? So der sympathische Typ. Das ganze Interview, das stelle ich dir auf KRONEHIT im Podcast. Therry&DieStars, klick mal rein.
KRONEHIT. Wir sind die meiste Musik.